recoupment. Always have their two hands out. Like they my new thing is you can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon like and either way, it ain't gotta be love. What is this love? So I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the L.A. Chargers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Omarion Hampton. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go. 19-18.
Back to Hampton on 1st down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 44 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll throw with Penix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard.
At the Buccaneers' 15-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Try to run for it with Hampton. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now Penix. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
go. Take go.
Again, it's Hampton. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
A gain of 4 yards.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
Go. Ready, go.
Hampton diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. Room here to run. Across midfield. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Oh, good move. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Right side, he has Johnston. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. They still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
And looking to throw, Penix. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. Fights through it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll toss right side to Hampton. The 20. 5. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. First and 10. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Got it. Ready? 19 Charger. 19 Charger. Ready? Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. And now it's second down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a 2nd and 6.
70. Ready.
A run up the middle with Irving. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. This now a 3rd and 4.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Bronco 80.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
To go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw again. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
A third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And this one is right down the middle.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
A play fake. Now Penix. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll work inside here. Hampton. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 132 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in midseason form here in the opener.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Here's Penix. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll try and run here with Irving. And he is
is going to have the Buccaneers first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
Sheds off the tackle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A give up the middle to right. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Quickly completed to the right flat. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. He'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Tampa Bay.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
19 Tiger.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a man over the middle, and it's It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. That one goes for 24 yards.
Okay,
the first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now first and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready?
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll drop to throw.
Complete to Johnston here.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Now and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
79, let's go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Switch. 19 Tiger. Set, ready.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw, Penix. That one complete to McConkey.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To the air, Penix. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Zone read, a give to Hampton.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They'll check this one down to Hampton.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So no gain on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now Penix. Now he's going to step up and run.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it will still leave him with a 3rd down.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
On third down, here's Hampton. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
It's a gain of 2. And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Penix. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Quentin Johnston, 62 yards. And the Bucs have cut the lead back down to 2.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They find some open field here. Inside the 10, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. 60.
They run out of the gun with Irving. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Brings up a third down.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
Now Penix going to hold on to it. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 22. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now they'll change things up.
They'll set up a throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Let's go now. Get him.
2nd and long. Finds Johnston. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, He did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got
touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll throw with Penix. He gets this to Hampton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
To the left side, he's got McConkey.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
3rd and 10.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Penix working out of the gun here.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Off play action, here's Penix. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go now.
Now the first carry here for the running back.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
5-yard gain on the play.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Operating from the gun, Penix. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14.
38. Chargers 24.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Looking to put a drive together. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
At the 25-yard line.
A play fake. Now Penix.
And this one's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Gain of 17 yards. It's fourth down.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. And this one finds McConkey.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
19 Charger, 18 Cardinal, 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Ready?
A shotgun handoff here to Irving.
He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.